Mark Douglas studied over 5,000 traders across 15 years. His research revealed that only 8% of traders follow their own rules consistently. The other 92% break their rules at least once a week. And those 8% make 92% of the money. Let those numbers sink in. 8% of traders make 92% of the money. Not because they have better strategies, because they have better discipline. Another study from the University of Toronto tracked 200 traders for 6 months. The traders who used a structured daily routine improved their discipline scores by 73% in 30 days. The traders who relied on willpower alone improved by only 12%. A Stanford University study found that willpower is like a battery. It drains throughout the day. Every decision you make, every impulse you resist, every rule you follow uses up your willpower battery. By 2 p.m., most traders have nothing left. By 4 p.m., they are making decisions with an empty battery. This is why you break your rules in the afternoon. This is why you revenge trade after a loss. This is why you cannot stay disciplined. Your willpower battery is empty. Mark Douglas understood this. He said discipline is not something you are born with. It is a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and mastered. The solution is not more willpower. The solution is a system. A 30-day system that builds discipline as a habit, not as a battle. In this video, I am going to give you that system. 30 days, one day at a time. No willpower required. Let me explain why willpower always fails. There is a concept called ego depletion. The more you use your willpower, the less you have left for the next task. A famous study by psychologist Roy Baumeister proved this. He took 2 groups of people. One group had to resist eating fresh-baked cookies. The other group was allowed to eat them. Then both groups were given a difficult puzzle to solve. The group that resisted the cookies gave up on the puzzle in less than 10 minutes. The group that ate the cookies kept trying for over 20 minutes. Why? Because the first group used up their willpower resisting the cookies. They had nothing left for the puzzle. Trading is the same. Every time you resist the urge to check your phone, every time you force yourself to wait for your setup, every time you stop yourself from moving your stop loss, you are using willpower. And by the end of the day, you have nothing left. Then the market moves against you, and you have no willpower left to follow your rules. You revenge trade. You hold a loser. You overtrade. You blow up. This is not a character flaw. This is biology. Your brain is designed to conserve energy. Willpower is expensive. Your brain wants to take shortcuts. It wants to default to old habits. The only way to win is to stop relying on willpower. You need a system. You need habits. You need the 30-day discipline system. Days 1 through 7. The setup phase. This is where you build the foundation. No trading required. Day 1. Write down every single one of your trading rules. Not in your head. On paper. Every rule. Entry rules. Exit rules. Risk rules. Position sizing rules. Maximum loss per day. Everything. If it is not written down, it is not a rule. Day 2. Reduce your position size by 90%. Trade 1 share. 1 micro lot. $1 risk. The goal is not to make money. The goal is to follow your rules without emotional resistance. Day 3. Create a pre-trade checklist. 5 questions you ask yourself before every trade. Do I have a signal? Is my risk defined? Am I following my rules? Is this my setup? Am I calm? You do not trade until you answer yes to all 5. Day 4. Create a post-trade checklist. 3 questions you ask yourself after every trade. Did I follow my entry rule? Did I follow my exit rule? Did I follow my risk rule? Score yourself 0 to 3. Day 5. Write down your 3 biggest discipline problems. Be honest. Do you move your stop? Do you revenge trade? Do you overtrade? Do you chase? Name them. You cannot fix what you do not name. Day 6. Create 1 rule for each problem. If you move your stop, your rule is, I will set my stop and never touch it. If you revenge trade, your rule is, after a loss, I will step away for 10 minutes. Write them down. Day 7. Rest. Review everything you have written. Prepare for week 2. The real work begins tomorrow. Days 8 through 14. The execution phase. Now you start trading, but only 1 trade per day. Maximum. Day 8. Take 1 trade. Before the trade, say your pre-trade checklist out loud. After the trade, score yourself 0 to 3. Your only goal is a perfect score. Profit does not matter. Day 9. Take 1 trade. Same process. Pre-trade checklist out loud. Post-trade score. Aim for 3 out of 3. If you score less than 3, write down why. Day 10. Take one trade. Same process. By now, the checklist should start feeling automatic. Your brain is building a new habit. Day 11. Take one trade. Same process. If you have scored 3 out of 3 for 3 days in a row, you can increase to 2 trades per day. If not, stay at one trade. Day 12. Take 1 or 2 trades. Same process. Track your score. Do not track your profit. Your profit does not matter right now. Your score matters. Day 13. Take 1 or 2 trades. Same process. By now, the checklist should feel natural. You are no longer using willpower. You are using habit. Day 14. Review your scores from the last 7 days. If you scored 3 out of 3 on at least 80% of your trades, you are ready for week 3. If not, repeat week 2. Days 15 through 21. The reinforcement phase. Now you add more trades and more rules. Day 15. Increase to 3 trades per day. Same pre-trade checklist. Same post-trade scoring. Your goal is still a perfect score. Profit still does not matter. Day 16. Add a daily review. At the end of the day, write down one thing you did well and one thing you can improve. Do not write about profit. Write about execution. Day 17. Add a weekly review. Look at your scores for the week. What patterns do you see? Do you break rules more in the morning or afternoon? Do you break rules after wins or losses? Day 18. Add an accountability partner. Tell someone about your 30-day challenge. Send them your daily score. The simple act of reporting to someone else increases discipline by 40%. Day 19. Add a reward system. For every day you score 3 out of 3, give yourself a small reward. A coffee, a walk, 10 minutes of your favorite show. Your brain needs positive reinforcement. Day 20. Add a consequence system. For every day you score less than 3 out of 3, do something uncomfortable. 10 push-ups. No phone for an hour. Cold shower. Consequences build discipline faster than rewards. Day 21. Review your progress. By now, you should have completed over 30 trades with a score of 3 out of 3 on at least 80% of them. If not, repeat week 2 and 3. Days 22 through 28. The automation phase. This is where discipline becomes automatic. Day 22. Increase to 5 trades per day. Same pre-trade checklist. Same post-trade scoring. By now, the checklist should take less than 10 seconds. It is a habit. Day 23. Remove the written checklist. You should now be able to run through the checklist in your head automatically. Your brain has created a new neural pathway. Day 24. Add a weekly discipline score. At the end of the week, calculate your percentage of perfect trades. Your goal is 90% or higher. Day 25. Add a consequence for missing your weekly goal. If you score below 90%, reduce your position size by half for the next week. Discipline requires accountability. Day 26. Add a reward for exceeding your weekly goal. If you score 95% or higher, increase your position size by 10%. Not 50%. Not 100%. 10%. Day 27. Review your entire month. Look at your scores from week 1 to week 4. You should see a clear upward trend. Your discipline has improved. You have proof. Day 28. Rest. You have earned it. Tomorrow, the final test. Day 29. The test. Trade a normal size. Not tiny. Not huge. Your regular size. Use the same pre-trade checklist. Same post-trade scoring. Notice what happens. The fear comes back. The urge to break rules comes back. But now you have a system. You have habits. You are not relying on willpower. You are relying on 28 days of training. Day 30. Trade again. Normal size. Same process. By now, discipline should feel natural. It should feel strange to break your rules. Your brain has been rewired. At the end of day 30, calculate your overall score. If you scored 90% or higher, you have successfully built the discipline habit. If not, repeat the 30 days. There is no shame in repeating. Discipline is a skill. Skills take practice. Mark Douglas was right. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and mastered. 8% of traders make 92% of the money. Not because they are special, because they have a system. Now you have the system. 30 days. One day at a time. No willpower required. Just the system. If this video helped you, hit subscribe. Stack another brick. I will see you in the next one.